Alright, now it's time to do a little bit of finish sanding. I've got 3 grits with me, a fine, medium, and a coarse. I probably don't need the coarse for actually where I'm at. I'm going to skip the coarse for now. I'm going to go straight to my medium paper. In this case it's a 150. I'm going to fold my paper, which is a quarter sheet by the way, into thirds, just so it's a little easier to work with by hand and it's a little bit more useful. I don't want to waste it by folding it in half and having a bunch of sliding going on. So I'm just going to take the paper and I'm going to use a little bit of pressure to work inside this edge, pulling the sharp edge off. Now that's the long grain. On this other one I don't want to pull the edge because I could splinter it. In this case I want to push the edge because that's end grain and I don't want to cause unnecessary damage. Just a little bit. We're just barely shaping this thing. I don't need to do much to it. We just want to make it round enough that it's durable to withstand splintering as we take our phones in and out. Clean this other one up. Just kind of matching my radiuses, making them all look good. That part of the paper is already dull, so I'm going to switch to a different corner. So it's looking pretty good. I've got a couple other corners around this project that I want to clean up so that nothing has a sharp edge to it. I want this whole thing to feel really good in the hand, and I want to be able to put it in and out of a pocket, a big back pocket or something like that, without having any splinter worries. So let's just clean those up. All these other corners too, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to roll my paper under my thumb off the edge. And by doing that, I will just round over and get rid of any transitional lines that are there. Just making it kind of seamless from one surface to another. Make it really smooth. And it just really brings the quality of your workmanship up to have a nice, finished, well-sanded project that doesn't have any tear out in it. And it just gives it a nice, really nice look. To mention, when your friends go to hold on to your project as you're showing it off, they'll feel how nice it is, and you may not have them say anything about that because it's natural for something to feel like that when it's finished. We're so used to seeing professional projects all the time that we buy, all these nice things that we own that we just buy from someone else. To make it ourselves, it becomes really obvious when something's not right. You'll feel something or you'll hold it and you'll go, that just feels cheap, or that feels like it's unfinished. And so that's the response we don't want from people as we're showing off our projects. So that's why we got to get this dialed in just a little bit more here with this medium paper. So as this surface gets dull, I'm going to keep rotating. I already used that one, so now what I can do is switch the paper around, so I'm using the inside surface. And I want to use the paper up efficiently. I also don't want to spend all day doing this, so I don't want to use a dull paper. Keep going. And really make sure you're sanding off the edge. You don't want to add scratch marks that don't belong. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. It's a little trickier inside the circle area. I'm going to slowly kind of work it down into the circle, just cleaning it up a little bit. Real quick and light. It shouldn't take long. If you got nice router bits that are doing their job, that are sharp, it shouldn't be causing a bunch of damage. So that looks good. So now I need to do the same thing again really quickly. I'm no longer shaping. I'm just smoothing everything out with this 220. I'm going to go over the whole thing now with the 220 just to make sure it feels really good and finished. All of my edges are going to get a little 220 touch real quick just to make sure everything feels nice and smooth. Alright, if you've done your sanding right, do a quick check with the feel. I think that one corner feels a little bit pointy. We can take care of that here in about 2 seconds. And yeah, that's nice. Alright, so that's my finished product. I got one last thing to do, which you're probably going to want to do yourself, and that is to test it. Let's see here. Have to take a little bit of Pandora, find a song here. See, Little Muddy Waters. I'm ready to finish this thing, so we'll see you on the next project.